Oh, hey, didn't I see y'all there? Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where entertainment explains it. And I am I'm doing this live from two places. Or it's showing up in two places anyway. I'm here on YouTube, and I am also here on Facebook. So most of the people on Facebook I like. So I don't think we'll have to do a bunch of corralling tonight, y'all. I got my peoples in the building, you know, that handle these kinds of things. So hopefully we don't get a whole bunch of. It's just a comic book review. We shouldn't get into nothing tonight. We doing comic book reviews is all. That's it. Yes, Groovy, I am on. Yeah, it's showing up in both places. So, yes, you are on Facebook too. Anyway, Moyo, what it do, bruh? Just waiting for a couple more of y'all to slide up in here. When I get my magic number, we will start the fun. Oh, that reminds me. I need to get imagery to make this. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Excuse me, y'all feel free to talk amongst yourselves, because we're gonna be talking about some things for sure. And that's why I said it like that, because it for sure. Because a lot of this stuff we may not have been expecting, but other parts of it we very much were expecting. And so if you rock with the prophet, as y'all call me, not me, I don't call myself that. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. You feel me? Oh, I gotta show y'all something. A lot of people know, like a lot of people as artists, you know what I'm saying, that I dig a whole lot. One of those artists is Dennis Cowan, and I follow him on X, Twitter, whatever. And yeah, he's got a page where he don't do no sketches, man. And a lot of his stuff in the like mid to late 80s, you know, I rock with, particularly that Black Panther 4-issue miniseries, and you know, from 88 to 89. He did the art. That was his art. You know what I'm saying? So he's the one made it pop like that. So for one of these books coming up, I'm gonna show you a variant cover. If Juju make it in here tonight, he gonna be mad he missed it, or he gonna be like, I'm getting ready to order that, because he's the variant king. Oh, my brother Theo in the building. Hey yo, this my man Theo B in the building. For those of you that know, but if you rock with me nation, y'all know anyway. It's probably more for the Facebook crowd. Me and Theo also do a live joint on Friday evenings. It's popping off at 6:30 Pacific, 8:30 Central. You know what I mean? Bring what you drink, bring what you smoke. You know, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? For my folks in Kansas City, think a cigar bar. And a guy is talking to you about some stuff that you want to hear about. And you're able to talk back. That kind of vibe. You know what I mean? If you ever been in one, you know what I'm saying? And my man Anansi in the building. Greetings. Kwaku Anansi. We got some stories we gonna tell tonight. Literally, and I got a Got a little visual insight. I don't know how that's gonna look on Facebook. Well, about to find out tonight. I don't always do it. I do it when I record it. Bam, free plug for me. Comment, like, subscribe, and share to the page. If you want to be my friend on Facebook, you gotta have like a for real life, and your page gotta like look for real. You can't have one of these accounts that got like 4 or 5 pictures and be like, you want to be friend? Yes. Nah, I don't want to be friend. No. Have you like a for real life? You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying that, that underhanded stuff. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm friends with a lot of, like comic book artists and writers and stuff. So, I respect the respectable. You know what I mean? You could be on your page going off, but don't bring your over to me. You know what I'm saying? That's some people they don't understand. Anyway, I got all off. See what I'm saying? This is the kind of transaction reaction you're gonna get on my page, because I might go off on a tangent and see, I gotta catch me. There ain't nobody else catch me. This is Friday. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all hear me okay? You know what I'm saying? Because I remember one time somebody told me I had the music playing and they couldn't hear me over the music. So is the music in the background too loud? Because if it is, I can turn it down and or off. I have the control. Okay, I just making sure, because I feel like telling somebody a story about something, they should want to be able to, relax and let's just see. I'm gonna see how it goes. Let's just see how it goes. We getting down with Speed Racer first. Issue number 4 by my man David Pepos and David Tinto. And I invited David Pepos to come into the live tonight. I don't know if he will or if he won't make it, but if he don't, it ain't no big deal. Hey, Dave, what's poppin', dude? Anyway, I love the respect that David Pepos pays to the Speed Racer universe. You can tell either he watched Speed Racer as a kid and it affected him on a level like it affected all of us, or he found some VHS tapes of like all 65, 85 episodes of Speed Racer and watched them all and was like, whoa, I gotta write about that. But either way, whatever the case was, captured the essence of it perfectly. Matter of fact, went deeper and researched it as it was in its original form in Japan. You know what I'm saying? It got like Japanese names. Anyway. Okay, thank y'all. Appreciate it. I wanted to make sure. Anywho, yes, Brother David is doing his thing. But specifically on this issue 4, Dante Furno. You gotta love that name. Dante Furno is pissed off that his racers keep losing to Speed Racer. Because we going over a period of time, because Speed Racer's racing to get money to pay for his pop surgery and hospital care and all that type thing. So he's really heavy into practicing, racing, winning, practicing, racing. You know what I'm saying? So he's in that whole cycle. But the car acrobatic team have brought this cat in. Get ready. My man's name is Kim Jugger. You know what I'm saying? And as you can tell from the way he's drawn, he's an arrogant little cuss. But he also know how to race too. You know what I'm saying? And he pulled up on Speed Racer like, I'm going to run you over if you ain't careful. And scratched the Mach 5. Bruh. You know Speed was ready to throw hands right then and there. You know what I'm saying? But lucky for him, he didn't have to, you know, because, you know, his brother Rex, who is actually Racer X, and Racer X is his brother Rex, as we all know, pulled up and started talking smack to Kim Jugger. Be like, you know, basically, I'm going to be in this race too. Y'all act like Speed Racer the only person in the race. That's basically the energy I got from Racer X. His whole vibe was like, oh, I mean, also too is to protect his little brother, but his whole energy was just like, oh, yeah, you up in here talking about what you gonna do? Oh, did you forget? I done put some of your boys in the hospital. So that's like gang talk for bringing. You know what I'm saying? And it does not disappoint. They get into the race, and much like you would expect, there's a lot of gadgetry and stuff going on. Particularly, there's my man Racer X. He got a grappling hook. A grappling hook? Oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? And he's tossing cars. Because Speed is having like a nervous breakdown in the middle of the race. Like, oh, I ain't going to be able to do it. I ain't going to be able to. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen those episodes. Hold up. Let me take it. We've seen those episodes on Speed Racer where Speed Racer get into his fifis and he's on the middle of the road going like 150 miles an hour. Bruh. Now is not the time to be having an existential crisis, not behind the wheel of a Formula One race car. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of pulls it together, but my man Kim Jugger ain't without little gadgets, you know what I'm saying? And he got blades popping up out of his shit, and it's like, oh, okay, oh, I didn't know he was doing it like that, Kim Jugger. And Kim Jugger, why does that name sound like something dirty? Kim Jugger. First name Kim, last name Jugger. Anyways, he's got the Jaguar's claw. Because his ride, he's known as the Black Jaguar. Okay? And that's how he handling biz. He making cars crash and pile up in front of Speed and Racer X. But my man's in them, he kind of forgot when he did that they had the nyah. Because you remember, man, if you used to watch Speed Racer, Racer X's car could jump like that too. You know what I mean? Of course, same kind of design. Why wouldn't it do some of the same kinds of things as the Mach 5? But as we, I know what it was. I failed to point out that they was doing some dirt before the race. Put some acid on Speed Racer's brake line. So, flashback forward to the car pile up. I'm going after Kim Jugger. You handle the rest of these folks. I get around the corner. I can't brake. Now, I'm about to go off the edge. So that's what we're looking at in a nutshell with Speed Racing. Characterization, I'm thinking Speed Racer kind of reminds me of Brian from the Fast and the Furious. He ready to race anybody, anytime, anywhere, any place. And like in the earlier movies, well, before that, but in the first two, he was quick to, get up in your face like, what's up? But he kind of mature. But anyway, Speed ain't got to that place where he matured yet, because he still letting people get inside his head and like, what, what? You know, he's like the angry, pissed off guy. So I feel like as far as character development goes, Dave got a long way to go. He got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, meat to dig into from the 85 episodes of Speed Racer that's out there. 65, I'm at to check. But no, it's more than 50. But we done already seen Hot, Tricks, Friday, Chim Chim, Sparky, Racer X, and on the criminalistic side, skullduggery. We done seen a couple cats. Oh, I don't even remember from the show. I got to go back and watch a couple of that. Pit Stop Pete or some cat that quit and walked out on Trixie. You know, now we got Kim Jugger. We got Captain Terror from the car acrobatic team. That's actually who Dante Furno is. Remember the guy on the Speed Racer cartoon when they showed the leader of the car acrobatic team and he had these goggles on and he had this, you know, these little feathers coming off his head and he had he had this permanent grit, like he had this grin on his teeth, like, you know, like a joker, like it was stuck like that. And even when he talked, all it was like go. So I know it's silly, but that was the leader of the car acrobatic team. Apparently, he's Dante Furno. So now he's involved with the mob and, you know, organized crime and whatnot. And they filter whatever through the car acrobatic team. But the car acrobatic team are like higher muscle and they control the Formula One race industry, kind of like how certain elements control the sports industry. Symmetry. There's a symmetry to that. There's definitely a symmetry to that. But Cruncher Block. We've already seen Cruncher Block. Cruncher Block is the cat who eventually ends up bankrolling the Mammoth car. The Mammoth car. Speed Racer fans, the Mammoth car, if you know, you know. Right? So this probably won't be the last time Speed Racer's car gets sabotaged and he loses control and we like left on cliffhanger, because that's what we expect of Speed Racer. But it's done in a updated, plausible way. You know what I'm saying? It's not 1965 anymore. So what worked then doesn't work now. So that's why we got like Pops getting into a fight with some people and getting beat up instead of Pops, I used to be a wrestling champion, and beating up everybody. You know what I'm saying? Much as I, you know, like my odds on me, if 3 big gigantic guys came in my house and was like, give me the formula to your engine or we gonna beat you down. I don't know. I don't know. I might want to launch some kind. I don't know. Okay, forget it. I understand where Pops coming from. I understand where Pops coming from. Thereby. Oh, hey, Gray, what's going on? Thank you. Thank you. I just use some tools at my disposal, sir. That's crazy. Them exactly. I mean, it was other times, you know, where they all was in the same kind of car, going at it, doing things. But here, at least from what I can see, anyway, Kamoyo, it looks like it's a lot of different cars. You know what I'm saying? So you might not be able to readily identify who's in the car acrobatic team. Feel me? So that's how they, you know, they can snipe you, because If everybody driving around in the same color car with the same color decals, I know I should avoid them cars right there. So it would, again, hats off to David Pepos for thinking of these kinds of things and saying, okay, it would make more sense if the people on the car acrobatic team drove different colored cars, because if I'm trying to ambush you and it's a whole team of us, I just gotta stay away from y'all. I mean, tell me when I ain't making no sense. That's, if we talk about realness, that means, realness. Juggernaut's temple cars are the origin of Juggernaut. Once they are rolling, they are hard to stop. Huh. Okay. Mammoth car? Okay. I could see that. And it was pretty darn unstoppable. Yes, it was. If you are wondering why this black man with a bald head is on your screen right now, it's because you are either watching me live on YouTube or you are watching me on my Facebook page. Feel free to drop a comment, a positive comment or a constructive comment, as we like to say around here. Other than that, you can just watch from afar and then tell me later that you saw me doing a live. Hey, I saw you doing your live yesterday. Okay, why you didn't say nothing? Now they ain't gonna tell me they saw me. Shouts out to the people in Anchorage, Alaska, if y'all are looking at me right now. You know what I'm saying? I know I done been kind of, you know what I'm saying, my face ain't been as visible as it used to. I had developments, doggone it. Let's get back to this deep dive. Was there any questions, comments, discussion, thoughts we had on the on Speed Racer issue number 4? Because it looks like, well, I ain't gonna say what it looks like. Only Dave and David know what it looks like for sure. I can only speculate. And since y'all called me the prophet, I'm speculating that even if Speed's car goes off the edge, he is somehow going to find a way to survive. When in reality, if you go off the edge, even if you survive, his car going to be total. But that's not what's going to happen with the modifier. I like that music. Okay, you know what else I like? Blue Falcon. And Blue Falcon, I know some of y'all are like, Blue Falcon and Dynomutt. This cover is sick. You know what I'm saying? That cover is sick. That is probably the coldest picture. Well, not the coldest. I done seen some nice pictures of Blue Falcon, but that's very bad managed. But my question is always like, up here, what you disguising? You know what I'm saying? All your facial features are showing. You're going to be real easy to identify. Okay? But Jimmy Palmiotti does this book, y'all. Let me show you I think I got it. The alternate cover. Well, actually, this is the original cover. We got Dynomutt. Oh, and I'm going to show y'all a couple of pics from here because in the video, y'all only saw a little bit of what Dynomutt did. Y'all didn't see. You gonna see if you ain't picked it up. Dynomutt is the shit. Okay, I want a dog like that. Where can I get some stuff like that put in Khaleesi so I can press a button on my belt and she pull up like that? Oh my goodness. Anyway, There's a lot of things going on in Blue Falcon and Dynomutt issue number 3. For instance, for starters, that's Blue Falcon. He laid up. If you were following in Blue Falcon and Dynomutt number 2, he was chasing this dude named Color Kenny or Kenner Cully. He was chasing this dude named Kenner Cully, which was one of the dudes, or the dude, who had actually came into his lab in issue number 1, and Dino attacked him and he shot him. He's the one that shot the dog. So he's the one that put Blue Falcon on this John Wick mission. You know what I'm saying? Because Dino got messed up. Meanwhile, he putting this protocol into place. He putting all these tubes and cybernetic stuff. And so Dynomutt's over there to the side. Meanwhile, his boy Rudy, who, you know, he was trusting him with all of the information with, you know, his lab and all of that. And when he got pressed by Color Kenny and them dudes in issue 1, my man ended up ratting and, you know, getting led to the events where Dino ended up getting shot. Here, my man pulls up and he's talking to this woman in the big city zoo. She calls herself Beastwoman. Now, I'm going to ask you, before we go any further, to note the look, size, shape, and hair color of Beastwoman. It will be important later. Anywho, my man is laid up. So the best thing they knew how to do with Blue Falcon being laid up was get the doctor. Hold up. The doctor on duty had the same look and build as Blue Falcon. So he put on the Blue Falcon uniform with that same headpiece where you can tell the whole jawline up. Anyway, I still like the story. Pasquale Quilano, your pencils are perfect. But as we go on in this story, we find out Color Kenny worked for Beastwoman. Now listen to what she say at the end of this exchange, because she's trying to get Blue Falcon's belt that make him fly so that she can sell it to somebody. But she using Color Kenny to do that. Color Kenny didn't get it. So what does she say? I might have to do this myself. Once again, note the size, shape, and hair color of Beastwoman. Someone shows up at the hospital to see Radley Crown, the civilian identity of Blue Falcon, and her name is Violet Valentine. Note the look, size, shape, and hair color of the woman named Violet Valentine. Oh my goodness, a not so mysterious mystery has been solved. Damn. Radley Crown's girlfriend is Beastwoman. Uh-oh. So anyway, she getting ready to pull a Terra from Teen Titans. She getting ready to be the beach. Well, she ain't getting ready to. She wasn't ever on his team. She was there to. She was literally squeezing him to get closer to his equipment. Anywho's, thank you. I love it. Keep on tearing them out the frame, sir. Anywho, though, this is what I wanted to show y'all, because I didn't do no shot. I didn't do no screenshot of it, so I'm gonna just show you the live shot. All right. That right there, that's how Dino showed up. Just smashed through the window. All that. Hey, where Blue Falcon at? I gotta make sure he's safe. This is not the goofy, I mess everything up and pull out the wrong gadget at the wrong time Dynomutt. This is Dynomutt that's for real. You know what I'm saying? And because Dino wants to take care of his primary protector, his primary. Did I change the bam? Take that, you dirty dogs. He wants to protect his primary individual. He administers to him a shot of nitroglycerin mixed with thrombolytics and a sleeping agent so they can move him. I have a question, America, and whoever else watching. Can your dog do that? Can your dog administer a nitroglycerin mixed with thrombolytics and a sleeping agent to keep you calm and sedated? Probably shouldn't, because, you know, certain people be needing, you know what I mean? Be needing things, but we ain't gonna get into that. What you say, come on, yo? Got a mind that cheeks you clap. Got to be more careful, Blue. Hey, and for those of you that don't know, that have been in the military before, I think particularly in the Army and maybe the Marines, Blue Falcon has an entirely different meaning in the military. Anyways, well, y'all saw the rest. At least the parts that was worth, you know, like, oh my goodness, he walked over to the hospital on stilts. You know what I mean? So that was already kind of gangster, but you already saw that part right there. And then flambe bad guys. I guess that's how we do it over here on Dino's side. Bruh, are you serious? So they end up getting Bradley to safety. But Beastwoman ends up with the belt. So now Bradley don't know that his girl is a crazy lady that hang out at the zoo and sick panthers on people. That's not a healthy relationship. He needs to. The doctor at the hospital who helped him get away, Maya Vincent, used to be his ex. But see, we like the exotic, freaky women better than we like the good girl that got a regular, straight, normal. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with us? We are too affected by what is flashed before our eyeballs. Maybe we should. Nah. I ain't even gonna say that out loud. But yeah, I am into what's going on with the updating of these Hanna-Barbera and other cartoon characters. It's like it's so many of them now that are out. It's hard for me to keep up. So if it's some more folks out there, because I know it was a couple, I know it's a Herculoids joint out there, and I know it's a couple more out there. I know they are just, going crazy over there at Dynomutt and Mad Cave. They just cranking out, our childhood. Yeah, a crap ton of Thundercats books. I picked up an issue of Panther, but it seemed like it's connected to another story. And in order for me to properly bring y'all that entire Panther story, I would have to pick up the other like the main Thundercats book at least. I don't know how far along they are, man, and I hate playing catch up. But I might for the cats. You know what I'm saying? And it been G.I. Joe out there and Transformers. And as we know, our affiliate, I like saying that, our affiliate, Flash by Night, he covers Transformers and G.I. Joe quite well. So y'all should pull over there on his side if y'all are into Transformers and G.I. Joe. Any more, we're moving along pretty nice. Any more thoughts, ideas, feelings, different takes on Blue Falcon and Dynomutt before we move on? No? Y'all got questions about that? Yes, Panther has his own. It's downstairs, but yeah, Panther has his own separate book, and it's mostly about an adventure. He's on solo, but it makes reference to things that I know are in another storyline, and in order to fully understand what's going on with that, because it seems like it's just like a little side thing. I don't know if they're gonna have like a continual Panther issue 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, but I got the issue. I put a picture up on X or whatever. But yeah, it's cool. A lot of variant covers though. Other than that, yeah, Panther has a book. Anywho, book of the week for me. Book of the week for me. Batman and Static Beyond. Are you playing with the team up, the comic I did not know I needed? Batman Beyond and Static Shock crammed together in one comic, and their worlds are coexisting simultaneously. We got New Gotham and we got Dakota in the future with a grown Static, with a wife and kids, and his daddy living with him, or his daddy visiting. I don't know if his daddy living with him, but his daddy visiting. Man, bruh. Let me show you something. All right, First off, let me point out, first and foremost, it is an Elseworlds story. If I see one of y'all over on X talking about look what Static can do, so on and so forth, I'm gonna be like, I can't help you. I can't help you, So when I show you what he's doing in this comic, if you ain't watched the review, Elseworlds. That's Static. All grown up. kind of makes you think about that episode. I think we got a grown static on Justice League and on Static's own show. So the concept of grown static, adult, I keep saying grown, adult static is not terrible. I mean, give us a grown static thing. You know what I'm saying? But boom, this is the Justice League, baby. Superman with the blue and white, or the black and white, however you want to look at it, with the gray in the temples. I'm liking that Superman. And of course, Icon just like, oh, it done been a couple 90, 60 years, 30, 40, 50 years. I don't need a cape no more. And I'm hanging out, kicking it with my homies in the league, which consists of, obviously, Batman Beyond and Static and Warhawk, Big Barda, Flash, and Micron, whom you may remember from the Batman Beyond episode. We might have to dive into that one day too, for sure. But it is the Justice League from Batman Beyond with Static. And they get ambushed by cooned marauders while they're taking a device to, don't give me the line, let me get the right words out. They are taking it to the cooperative. And it's a cooperative of planets. You show you on a higher plane of, sort of like when the humans were introduced to the Vulcans in First Contact. That's what let them know, because, oh, you got a warp drive engine. You are ready to be communicated with. We want to chit chat with you and know who you are. And that's kind of what was happening here. But because you fighting with the Justice League, it's like, oh, bruh, you know, we ain't having it. And Big Barda is still Big Barda. It don't matter what time of year it is. She ready to whoop some ass, period. And she out in space whooping people ass. And I'm like, go Big Barda. But the coolest one of all, of course, is my man Static. Pinpoints the entire fleet. Absorbs all their power from their ships, leaving them with nothing but life support. Y'all ain't gonna be effing with nobody no time soon. So that's how Static get down in the future. In the future, keep it in mind, y'all. He is also a daddy with a son who seems like he got a son similar to Black Lightning's daughters. You know what I'm saying? So, and his wife, look at his wife over there back in the back. Okay, I see you, birds. Go ahead, boy. And there's Pop still hanging. So we got family still. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't catch it, this is a picture of Dakota. Dakota looks like Wakanda. Shouts out to Nicholas Draper Ivy on the art chores. This is banging. This is a whole banging magazine. You got Jokers. Remember? You got Jokers. You got Terry McGinnis and Max. Remember from the series? She pops up. Got Batman Beyond it. Till somebody launch a bomb at a power plant. Will our hero be able to save the day? And that's basically that's the jumping off point. Let's call it that. Jokers and all of the whatnots. So there's this kid who's protesting. So there's still stuff for, and I would assume by the name Melvin Kim, that he is African American and Asian. And when I look and I see his parents, I see his dad is Asian and his mom is in fact African American. So Melvin Kim is a protester. He's protesting grids, some kind of future technology that he don't approve of. So he out here protesting until the robots, the keep order drones come out, because it's the future, and tell people move along, and he got to move along. He wants to go back out to the woods where it was simple and they was living, on the land, off of the land, that kind of thing. But they got into technology and was like, Evan, we want to be out here doing this. And so that's why Melvin Kim is a huge proponent of a lot of this technology not being utilized. That's the boring part that you didn't really get in the video. That's really what that part is all about right there. And the separate lives that Virgil and Terry lead as civilians versus their roles in the Justice League. Oh, also, did I mention little Green Lantern pulling up? So, full compliment. Oh, Batman Beyond Justice League. Now, from what I can see, Melvin Kim gets into an accident because he asked Terry for his phone number in case I need some protection when I'm protesting and some people run up on me. And Terry like, sure, I got you. But that's when them jokers came in and he had to Batman up and he's calling Terry in. Help me, Terry. I need you to give me. But he like, I can't right now. I'm dealing with these jokers. And then they shoot them missiles that you saw, blow things up, make a whole section of the building fall in. And Melvin was in there and it falls into the water. And it looked like Melvin either going to need a rescue or he's about to become the makings of a new supervillain or a new hero or a new one of them people who have something going on with their mind. Villain. Good stuff. I like it. Evan Narcisse, who you might recognize from his Black Panther work, is doing a great job with this. This is just the first issue. And I'm already like, wow, this is a whole bunch of stuff dropped in this book that I didn't know I wanted to see. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I want to see it too. I'm here for it. And Nazi said the costume designs alone. Yeah. And I remember, from that old cartoon, the Batman Beyond with, because Micron is kind of, I guess, a descendant of the Atom, because he's got size changing capability, or maybe Atom Smasher, because he's got size changing capabilities like that. Making Superman look like a white version of Blue Marvel, LOL. Actually, that version of Superman was around before Blue Marvel. Actually, a couple years prior, I would say. Thanks, to Russian Comic Book Geek. Hello and welcome. Glad that you could make it tonight, and we in here kicking. How many issues are we getting? I'm thinking a standard 4. That's usually what these things go. I could rock with a Batman static series. I would not be against a Batman Beyond and static series. It's got the makings of something cool. It's almost kind of like a a buddy cop superhero type situation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because there is also too, I noticed that there's a lot of banter between Terry and Virgil because Virgil is older than Terry. So Virgil is giving Terry a hard time. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Terry over here getting sick. He ain't never been out in space before. You know, when he's out in space and he's doing his thing. Hey, Terry, can you keep your stomach down a little bit long enough to provide me with some cover fire? You know, just them kind of, no, this ain't the time to make no jokes like that. You know, so, you know what I mean? It's a nice little romp. Evan, you did your thing on the writing chores, bruh. I deeply appreciate the kickoff I'm getting with this book here. No problem. Think nothing of me, laddie. Anyways, hey, entertainment. What was it? What say? Right already. Let's not worry about it any further and move on. Let's talk about it, y'all. Cause just the right amount of time. Some of y'all been in y'all fifis. About this book right here. And today, what I want to do, I want to be a haven for you. I want to be a place where you can express what you're feeling, but at the same time, be able to comprehend what will be expressed in reciprocation. Okay? Let's move forward. All right. I guess let's just pull the Band-Aid off, y'all. What's up with that? First, I read this book. I read this book. And I ain't seen nothing. And I mean nothing about how much time has passed between issue 21 and 22. So, have it been 9 months? Let's just go there first. Has it been 9 months? Oh, chalk it up to vibranium. Okay? Let's just chalk it up to vibranium. Because vibranium. Any question you got to ask me, because vibranium. That's going to be the answer if you asking me about anything happening in this book today, because vibranium. Matter of fact, this book is brought to you by vibranium. All right? That's the answer to everything in this book. Okay. Why is that child coming out of the womb 9 months early? Vibranium. Why is that child growing exponentially? I mean, aging, not growing. Well, growing and aging exponentially. We literally watching the child grow and age before our eyes. How is that happening? Vibranium. Vibranium is doing the most. But we know vibranium is the progenitor's thing. Big vibranium. Yeah. They still around. Xenon. Wasn't there a video game back in the day called Xenon? Anyway, they bringing the whole game because they coming to occupy Wakanda. That's their spot. They up underneath anyway, so they like, we might as well be on top too. Pause. But we didn't really get to see none of that. It's cover. You know what I'm saying? It's just like cover art from the 70s back in the day. Oh, we got some action-packed shit on the cover, but when you read in the book, nowhere to be found. So I'm assuming they gonna defer all of that mechanical shoot, bang, bang action that Shuri and the Doors are gonna be involved in for an issue or two. Well, you ain't got too many more issues, so you better hurry up and get over with. Because yeah, we on issue 22 and y'all done at 24, so my God. It's all love, Brian. I have enjoyed the run. I know there were stories that you wanted to tell. I know there were directions you wanted to take. I know there were things you wanted to do with T'Challa, but because I try to play my music, they say my music's too loud. I tried talking about it. I got the big runaround, and when I roll with the punches, I got knocked on the ground by all this bulls going down. I get it, dog. I get it. 100. I keep fighting the good fight, brother. At least you're there. You know what I mean? You in a position to do something. Us, we got them at the half. So he says a magic avatar, baby. Of course not. Aurora said it was too soon. Boy, that vibranium stimulator. Don't be having no intercourses around vibranium. Your children are subject to be grown like 10 minutes. Bruh, they was carrying him out, and he looked like he could have kicked the kickball over the fence. Bruh, what? Brian, this is all that I ask. Tie it off with a neat bow. I know it's going to have to tie in with that ultimate. And that's and we probably getting ready to get the wrap up with 23 because you're going to have to devote 24 to all that. But do what you do, bro. I'm rocking with you. I'm rocking with you. All right? That's just so you know. I'm rocking with shit. You know what I'm saying? What I mean, you do the company you rock with is the company you rock with, but I'm rocking with shit. Evan, I'm rocking with shit. Well, I like this. Anyway, Gray, he gonna ask to borrow the car next to his shoe. Oh wow. Nah, he coming back for the throne next issue, and Dad's gonna teach him how to square up and box. So I'm here for that. I like the mature way they resolve the you sleeping with Aurora issue, and you know what I'm saying. But I always thought, like, unless you a preacher or a pastor or a very, very concerned friend, you ain't never the person to be asking, did you tell your wife about when you cheated? And surprisingly, he did. And they have an understanding. Now, this is a vastly different T'Challa from his 616 counterpart. Will they take elements of this T'Challa and use it cinematically? Furthermore, do we want them? What are your thoughts about that? That's something to think about. But like my man Kamayo said, long as T'Challa gets to kick somebody in the face, he didn't get to kick nobody in the face this issue. So note that. he didn't do any face kicking this issue. So he's probably going to have to kick 2 people in the face to compensate for not kicking somebody last issue or this issue. He'll have kids of his own by the series end. Bruh. What he gonna do? He gonna reproduce asexually? Franklin Saint T'Challa. Man, y'all stick with it. Look here, man. Which one of these books are y'all enjoying the most? Is it Speed Racer? Speed Racer keeps a real tight focus on Speed Racer-ish type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm anxious to continue reading this because I want to see how much more Speed Racery is gonna get, and am I gonna go, oh, I remember, oh, or that kind. It keep taking me on that journey, and my attention will be hooked when you get into the uncharted territory, as it were. Blue Falcon and Dynomutt. I am in for this one. I like the grittier take on Blue Falcon, and I definitely love the freaking upgrade on Dynomutt. He is 100% beasting, pun intended. So yeah, I think I'll keep pulling up for this one. This one, oh hell yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep pulling up, but for however long it lasts, because it's an Elseworlds, so clearly it ain't gonna last forever. Might be 2 issues, might be 4 issues. As long as it goes, I'm here for it, because I think in the end it's gonna end up being a gem and something that we will want to refer to later on. Oh, Dennis Cowan variant of the same comic. I like the hell out of that. That's sick. that is so sick, man. That the artwork on that, man, is just it's killer, dude. That's nice. That's real. Again, shouts out to Nicholas Draper Ivy and my man Dennis Cowan for this variant cover right here. Loving that hell out of that. And of course, y'all done seen Black Panther. So Most of y'all have that book. So I am glad that y'all are chit-chatting and talking amongst yourselves about these things. And this is a format y'all can come to when you want to talk about these books. If you have these books, if you follow these books, if you don't follow these books, I encourage you to. They're good reads. And because all of us in the Rock With Me Nation are around the same age-ish, we vibe with a lot of these characters because they are characters from our childhood. They're characters, that we get up with the bowl of cereal and sit down in front of the TV and with 3 channels and bounce in between them 3 channels watching these characters. So if nothing else, rock with them for that, man, because they're satisfying that criteria. Streak ended. Yeah. Damn. See, it just keeps proving what I have been saying about how Marvel feels about the character of the Black Panther. It's like grandma used to tell her children, if he keep hitting you, baby, how does that show you that he love you? If they keep rapping on you, how does that show love to you as the person that says, I am this character's fan? I love this character. What you gonna do for me in the book as a fan of this character? Scarlet Witch went from nobody to somebody. People can't keep their damn mouth shut about Scarlet Witch these days. And Scarlet Witch used to be the most minuscule, nothingest nobody that there ever was. Give her a movie treatment and a TV series. Changed her whole trajectory. She's the damn Sorcerer Supreme. That's a journey. I can't keep this hex up. Oh, I'm gonna faint. To the Sorcerer Supreme. You telling me you can't do nothing like that for T'Challa? You can't do nothing like that. She went from being barely noticed to having her own book for cinematic treatment and constant targeted. We want to focus on Wanda. We're going to make Wanda a household name. You're going to have to do more than just notice the incongruencies. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to have to do more than just notice them. You're going to have to become vocal about them. Being vocal, being outspoken is a birth. It's a birth of a sort. You have to go into sort of a chrysalis where you trial and error. But once you come out, you got to be you. I want what I want. And if you ain't going to give it to me, I'm not going to fool with you no more. Remember that? Remember when you used to do that? Oh, hey, come on, will you give me some? Oh, no, I don't want to. Hey, come on, will you give me some? Oh, no, I don't want to. Hey, come on, will you give me? Oh, I don't want to. All right, I'm done. But yet and still, a lot of folks out there still want to be them blue nut having cats. That's just call it what it is. I'm perfectly happy with blue nuts. No, you wanna, you know what I mean? And that's not what you're getting. This ain't even the mainstream Black Panther. Or does it come from the current climate? You know what? I'm not going to get into that tonight. That is a conversation for probably tomorrow. Be loud where it matters. I cannot sum it up any better, sir. That is a most wonderful suggestion. Those that do not speak cannot be heard, and those who do not hear cannot speak. So, be loud where it matters. Heroes at Marvel.com. Okay to print. If you ain't liking what they doing, go on over there and tell them, hey, I don't like what you're doing. I sincerely hope that y'all enjoyed rocking with me on this here live. I had fun doing it. But I'm curious to see how it turned out simulcast. I'm curious about the analytics and the algorithms that take place. So that's going to be interesting to see. Look here, y'all. I appreciate y'all pulling up for the pull up. Y'all pull up, same real time, same real channel for Thursday Live. Y'all pull up, same real time, same real channel for Friday Vibing with me and my man Theo B from I Ain't Saying, I'm Just Saying. We got it going on around here. You rock with the Rock With Me Nation. You get a whole situation. Copyright that. Hey, that's it for now, y'all. I'm sideways.